3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Welcome to the podcast that brings you raw, uncut, and unfiltered perspectives about life.
We need to have a conversation, all right?
We got to do better as a people.
Covering relationships, culture, music, and everything in between.
So that our stories in our communities can be heard.
This is Unlatched.
I got a little something for you.
And now your host, Deandra Cargill.
What's good, everybody, and welcome to Unlatched. I am your host, Deandra Cargill.
3, 2, 1. Let's go.
And today on the show, I have a special guest. I have V-Bell with me here today.
Hey there, girl.
What's going on, Vanessa?
Not much. It's life. How's it been with you? Long time no hear from.
I know, right? Can you tell the listeners a little about yourself?
Okay, my name's V-Bell. I'm here. I do taxes in the season and life insurance annuities, and you can hit me up at vbell369@gmail.com.
Awesome. So today I want to talk about hypergamy. So I want to start with the clip.
Okay.
I'm actually glad you asked this question because there's a reason why Black women, you see so many of us having this conversation about hypergamy. And that's because even though we are not alone in this space, but the reason why you see so many Black women is because we're the ones who are always taught from birth to lower our standards for men. We're the ones who are taught that we must suffer. We must ride, we must die. And if we are not willing to suffer in a relationship, then the love isn't real. We're not good women. We're not virtuous because we're not willing to just, sleep with you on a, mattress on the floor forever to prove that the love is real. Other communities are not as burdened with this level of brainwashing. I'm going to call it what it is. Have you ever seen a South Asian family negotiate a marriage for their daughter? They're asking about education level. Does he own a home? Where are the finances? Because finances are a part of life. And as much as we want to teach in our community that it doesn't matter, it actually does, because we're the ones who end up paying the price. We're the ones who end up raising the children alone, having to work, a demanding career and be both mom and dad because we had absolutely no requirements for whom we allowed to put a baby in us.
So, hypergamy is dating or marrying someone at an equal or higher status than you. Do you feel like Black women, us as Black women, because they have this thing going on TikTok right now, where a lot of Black women are talking about hypergamy, and they feel as if, and on her video, I know you didn't see it, but it just said, "Oh my goodness, like Chinese and Hispanic women would never make videos like this." Talking about hypergamy, only one race does. Do you think that we are conditioned, some of us are conditioned to date down?
Well, in our culture, I think we're trained to take care of everybody else but ourselves first. So that's always come automatically. And then we always have the second down. So, from our from our music that we used to listen to, ride a chick, down that chick, like Ja Rule. That's always been our music. So we always go with our culture. So that's been like, you can't name one thing when you with, you with people that's always talking about, oh, you ride or die this. So it's just natural. But back in the days, they used to date of high society anyways.
Right. Do you feel like, since they're, we were talking about hypergamy more, do you think that it makes us look like gold diggers? Do you think a woman should be considered a gold digger if she chooses to date someone of equal or higher status than her?
I don't think it should be considered as a gold digger, because at the end of the day, you always want more for yourself and your children, right? That's like in the animal kingdom. When a female picked the best mate, they pick the strongest lion, they pick the biggest bull, the biggest buck. It's the same thing. In every other culture, but they used to have a thing called dowry. That's when, like, the Europeans, Asians, all them, they made the bride pay the groom's family money. You had the bride had to have money for the man to consider to their son to marry you. But in the African culture, the men had to have the cows, like most goats. Like you have to have 50 goats, 500 cows to marry my bride. So ain't nothing changed but the times. So if you want more for yourself, why not? I don't see nothing wrong with that. Because if it was my son or my daughter, I want him to be with the best, not the the lowest. Long as he love is love. But if you want to date, that's your business. I think. What about yourself?
Right. And the fact of the matter, finances matter. Like they matter. You know, and I feel like if a man does not um take care of a woman and financially, his family, the whole unit, I think that later on it will create some kind of problem in the relationship. I feel like later in the relationship you'll resent him because he can't do anything for you, and I feel like he'll resent you because he knows he can't. I feel like it'll be big problems. And I think that, like you said, us as Black women, we're so used to taking care of other people. And for us to speak now, well, some women speaking out now, talking about dating someone um, on their level or higher, and for them to be criticized about this for wanting more, I feel like that's crazy, right? I feel like that's
Whatever we do,
insane.
yeah, everything we do at Black Moon, we're gonna be criticized. If we say we hurting, oh, you being too weak. If you say express your feelings, oh, you being too dramatic. And if we don't be dramatic, oh, you so mean, you got an attitude. Same with Black men. They express they think we doing the most as Black people. But honestly, hey, you do what you want to do. But if I agree with you with the whole money, people say it's not about the money. Most people divorce or break up because of money issues. You're arguing because money ain't the bills don't get paid. Divorce are high because money is not coming. You're gonna argue. And it's funny because like a man, if he don't have money in his pocket, he don't feel right today. Like we all had a husband or a boyfriend that if his paycheck don't look right, he get an attitude, the whole household change, When that money come out, hey, how you doing? Like, oh Lord, there he go. But you can say, oh no, it's not true. Money can people be feeling stress all the time. They feel stress all the time. Like 98% of people don't have more than $5,000 saved in their account. So they always had an attitude. But let that man get paid. Oh, I get paid today because it's Friday. Monday come, money ran out over the weekend. Oh man, F that. I hate this job. But as soon as you get a paycheck, yo, come on, money.
Right.
It is what it is. So I agree on that.
And it takes money, right? It takes money. Now, I don't believe that a woman should financially depend on a man 100%. I think she should have her own thing going on. But I feel like a man, if something were to happen, I feel like the man is supposed to be in a position to fix it. You get what I'm saying? Everybody falls. Nobody's perfect. But I feel like a man should be the head. And in order for him to be the head, he has to lead. And I'm sorry, sometimes it's financial, most of the time it's financially.
Yeah. But it can also be emotionally, security with emotions, sexual, just they have to lead. They have to be like, if you have a goal, women, we automatically just stand behind our man. I don't care if a man want to do a food truck. If you got a good woman, because I ain't gonna say every girl like that, because not every man and every girl the same. If you got a good man and you believe your man, we will tend this. If you got a good girl, they will like you got a idea. They're gonna want to enhance that idea. That's what women are there for. You know what I'm saying? Women are there to enhance your idea. If you got a good girl, like you want to open a food truck, hey, babe, let me go help you. We can do this. What's your idea? That's what we here for. But unless you can turn around and get a girl,
there's no problem with hypergamy. The problem comes when women feel like they are entitled to a man's money. The other problem is y'all want to date way too far up and don't understand what comes with it. I don't feel like we feel like we're entitled to a man's money. Hey, Mina, I just feel like, we want the security. I feel like every woman wants to feel secure. I feel like a lot of men, especially when it comes to Black women, say that we're not feminine enough, and that's one reason why we cannot rest in our femininity, because of the fact that we have to be on guard because we don't know if another person has us secured enough. You know what I'm saying? And we got to be ready to stand in position. We have to be ready to stand in position. And I don't think that it's a matter of us dating way up. I think it's a matter of us wanting to be secure. It doesn't have to be way up, but it has to be enough. Some women want a man to make 250K and she makes 35K. The math ain't mathing.
That's true. That
I mean, every woman is different.
Yeah,
every woman is different.
I ran into a girl who really thought that she shouldn't have to work at all and her man do everything. I was like, oh, okay. So if your man is doing everything and you have no type of plan B, what if he had a heart attack? What if he had a stroke for stressing with all this pressure on him, being in society today? What's your plan B now? Because if that income stop, where you going? You gonna stay behind him, or you gonna leave? And some of y'all leave. I don't know.
Yeah.
Me personally, I still do something on the side, so that do helping. You know what I'm saying?
I'm asking guys, how much more money does a man need to make to date you guys seriously?
I don't know, big exclusive, because person ain't looking to date. Maybe some of the viewers got some stuff, because me, as long as you got a legal job, I feel like some kind of plan.
I mean, it depends on how we living. It got to be enough to pay the mortgage. It got to be enough to pay car insurance, the car payment. I mean, it got to be enough to make sure we have food in the house, lights, water, all the necessities. You know, it has to be enough. It has to be enough to take care of a family unit. I don't want to throw a big number out there because I'm not saying that we have to live this big extravagant life, but at least make sure that we're taken care of properly is all I'm saying.
I feel like as long as we working as a team and we had a goal, that's good enough for me. I done did taxes, and the most taxes I see everybody making like 20, 30,000 this year. I'm like, it's a big cut.
Yeah, absolutely. 20, 30,000 is not any money. It's not any money.
That's a struggle.
You know,
you have to be roommates at it.
Right. So like even with the men that, you know, aren't at a place where they are financially stable to take care of a family unit, do you believe that a woman should help him build himself up?
Yeah. Anybody, I feel like anybody you hang around with, or you with, family, friends, or your significant other, should be helping you build in life. If they're not helping you build in anything and encouraging you, you should not be around that person. I learned that the hard way. When you got negative people around you,
I agree.
Always you don't need no people in your life at all. So that goes for anybody, family, friends, special relationships.
But I think that he needs to be at a certain point before somebody else steps in and tries to help him. You know what I'm saying? More, I think that he needs. I mean, because at the end of the day, like I feel like that's where a man should learn his strength. That's where he should get his strength from, is from building. You know, building himself. You know, and creating, you know, a lifestyle for him. You know, and then being able to create a lifestyle for him and his family unit. You know, I feel like that's where, you know, it comes in, him building himself to be a man. I think that should be, you know, something that helps him, you know, grow into his masculinity. And I feel like if we take that away from him, I feel like we are, you know, in some way enabling him to grow into his manhood. In my opinion. And I may be wrong, but
that's your opinion. That's good. I like that opinion. But I feel like depends on his situation. If he around some knuckleheads, he gonna act like a knucklehead. You know what I'm saying? If he around some entrepreneurs, gonna be an entrepreneur. Depends on look at his people. So I don't know. Just I think being that struggle, as long as they got that ride, like you said, ride or die. I don't feel why he shouldn't be able to grow. Are they learning from their mistakes? Is he learning from his mistakes? Is he keep doing the same thing, bumping his head over and over again? What is he doing? Is he angry? What? You got to see how they take life.
Right. And if a woman ain't building with me, I ain't with that woman. And I agree. I totally agree. But at the same time, though, there are men that don't want their women to work. He wants to take care of the home. You know, there are some men that want their woman to go 50-50 with them. You know, it's different strokes for different folks. Everybody likes different things, and whatever fits that person fits that person. You know, that's why you meet somebody that's for you. You get with somebody that's for you.
You should always have a conversation before automatically jump into anything. Y'all don't just jump into everything.
Absolutely.
You should have a conversation. So if you have the same ideas, like not everybody believe in 50-50, not everybody believe in, staying home. I think I'd go crazy for staying at home. I'm not gonna lie, I'll go crazy if I just stay at the stone at home and do nothing.
Me too.
But
How do you
if you
feel about a
have
man being
somebody, there's
stay-at-home
nothing
dad?
wrong with that. How do you feel about a man
I
being
don't
that?
think that a man, and like I said before, I think that there would be a lot of resentment when it comes down to a man staying at home because how can he fully, I don't know. I mean, some men may feel comfortable staying at home. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but I wouldn't want my man to stay at home. I want him to go to work. I want his feet to touch the floor in the morning before me. Okay. Not saying that I don't have to get up and work because, that's something that I'm going to do anyway, because you never know. People can get up and leave. People change their minds all the time, you know? So I want to be secure. I just watched the video and a woman is a lawyer and he is a stay at home with his kids. Well, that can't be me. That can't be me. She's not a man. Right. Right. And I agree.
That's what worked for their relationship.
I work home, my salary pop and left my ass. I'm a stay at home dad. Yeah, but you're working. You say you work from home.
He might be taking care of the kids. They probably don't trust people around their kids. That's probably what works for their relationship.
There are lots of work from home jobs. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with working from home. That's not what I'm saying. When I'm talking about a stay at home dad, I'm talking about one that doesn't work. That's not bringing any kind of income. They're not working from home. They're just a stay at home dad.
But he cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids, and she just bringing home the bacon. I don't see what's wrong with that. Maybe he do have a at home job, but if he depends, like he might not have an at home job, he might do, but it works for their relationship. I don't see why not.
My man, that's why I say like different strokes. Me either. I couldn't do it, but different strokes for different folks. Like everybody likes different things. Like there are some women that don't mind a man staying at home, not working at home. I'm talking about just staying at home, making sure that the house is kept up, the kids are being taken care of, and she goes to work and she, takes care of everything. Some women like that.
It works for them, but
I wouldn't like that. But
because
I could see somewhere somebody gonna get frustrated.
and
And
then
somebody gonna get frustrated.
Women gonna be like, you ain't paying the bills. Somebody always gonna say that.
And he gonna want to be able to put his damn foot down and want you to listen to everything that he got to say. And you're the one that's getting up, making it happen. You get what I'm saying? I feel like there at some point it's gonna be.
She's never gonna respect you. And hell, your kids not gonna respect you either. Like, Dad, chill out. Mom do all the, they gonna ask Mom all the questions. They ain't gonna really, your kids not gonna take you serious anyways. Like, Dad, you just.
But some women, there are women that are like that. What's wrong with the stay-at-home dad? If he's taking care of the home and the children, I don't see an issue. Yeah, and everybody's different. Yeah, everybody's different. If you ain't got no income, trifling. I feel the same way. Exactly. I feel the same way.
Now, if you playing games all day, heck no. Heck no.
I don't believe that the mentality is the only in our community.
No,
I don't believe that that's only in our community. I think that in other communities, that's just something that's understood. I think that, that's something that is understood, that a man gets up, he goes to work and he takes care of the family. I'm not saying all people of other races are like that, but that's just something that's understood. I think we talk about it more because of the fact that most of the time we're the head of the household. So now we're bringing it up in this discussion, now we're like, we're the only ones that talk about this. I feel like, we're entitled to our own opinion at the end of the day. But I don't think that we're the only ones.
No, we ain't the only ones. They don't show us statistically, white women have more single homes than black women anyways. They just don't show a lot of black men.
There are more white women than black women. All respect lost on that.
There's a lot of black men and women together. You just don't really show that part.
The statement that you said, it's amazing how women can stay at home and take care of the kids and make sure that the house is cool and get so much respect, but yet a man, I feel like does not get the same respect if he doesn't the same. That is double standards in itself.
It's gonna always be double standards.
Because he's not working doesn't mean he doesn't get to say what. Yeah, and that household is still a man. If the house is still well,
it work for your household.
I think everybody deserves respect. Everybody like different stuff. So he gets no respect because I didn't say that he doesn't get respect. You're supposed to respect is due to everybody. But what I'm saying is I believe that issue will come from it.
Key word. That's what
issue
works
will
for a
arise
relationship work for you.
from it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not around a lot of men that like
everybody's
that.
different. Everybody's different.
None of my uncles, none of my dad don't like staying home. It drive him crazy staying home like that. It drive my dad crazy. He like to move. If you want, if as a man or a woman, if you don't have a goal, you're gonna stress yourself out anyway. So you ain't got nothing to be like being action, you're gonna stress yourself out anyways.
Yeah,
But them
absolutely.
kids, but if it works for your relationship, hey, you, not
right.
me.
Right. I don't think that there's anything wrong with the woman requiring and having, a man to work. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with a woman that wants a working man. You just said that he had the nerve to feel as though he can make decisions. So basically, you're emasculating him because he does not work and he handles the house. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the problems will come up. The problems will come up. So if I make all the money and take care of everything, I get to dictate everything that happens in the household. You got to pay the cost to be the boss.
That's what you just said.
No, everybody's different. Everybody's different. Some women will date a stay-at-home dad, and she's okay with that. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. Everybody is different. Everybody is different. I mean, I'm not saying what's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying everybody requires different things. As a man, if you look at your woman as the provider, you better submit and speak softly because what the fuck is that? Exactly. Exactly. Cap, 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 cap. Hey, because who the hell wears the pants in here, okay? What happened to the partnership? Exactly. There's nothing wrong with the partnership, but at the end of the day, he gonna get his ass up and go do it.
That's what you are, Tiffany. Not my partner. We working together.
Hey T. Everybody like different stuff. Got some low self-esteem or something. Yeah. I mean, some women like it though. I don't necessarily think that they have low self-esteem if they date a man that doesn't work. Some women, that's just, I mean, they don't mind their man staying at home, kicking up his damn feet all day while she at work. She don't mind
I seen a
sweating a little harder than him. So
yeah,
the man wears the pants, period. So if a man, it was to stay at home, because really, so if he's handling everything inside of the house and you're going to work every day, I feel like you guys are trying to come on, please come on.
Come on, Nick. Man say he need come on.
I don't know. Everybody like different stuff. That's just not me.
Nah, see, you moving the goalposts again. Royalty was right when he said you made the statement that he had a nerve to feel as though he can make a decision in that household because he is stay-at-home dad. And the example I gave, the video I saw, the woman was a lawyer, right? And the man, this is a white couple, was a stay-at-home dad. The man wasn't sitting around with his feet up all day. They had 2 children. He took care of the children, the household, the laundry, the food, the cleaning, and everything else. And that worked for them.
Right.
She never emasculated that man. That man still made decisions about the household. He still had a say in the household because it boiled down to basic respect.
Right. And see, that worked for them. That wouldn't work for you.
The belief is so what you saying, and this is the implication. This is what it implies. That's why I asked the question: if I make all the money and I pay for everything, I dictate everything that goes on in that household. You said it costs to be the boss, right? What you said, right?
Sure.
All right. So now I'm making all the money. I'm paying all the bills. I'm making sure all the food that we ever wanted, gluttonous amount of food, is in the house. The kids don't need shit as far as clothes, sneakers, any amenities. We have it all. And I dictate everything that happens in that house. You okay with that?
Hell yeah, I have your bath water running. Sex anytime you want it. What you trying to say, Shannon?
Fix all
I'm
that.
saying it's bullshit. As black women, it's not even in y'all makeup to fucking even be dictated to.
Dang, I feel
At
sorry.
all.
You've been having around so many people. Who you been around, Shannon?
I've been around listening to y'all comment on various shows. These comments don't go nowhere. They stay on the internet.
But that's some women. They don't speak for all women.
And
I never
said
for me.
I never said
you said
I never said I don't speak. I know black people in our community, we are not monoliths. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the average and everyday black woman ain't going for that shit. They don't give a damn how much money you make. You're not dictating what goes on in this house. They're going to have a say whether you pay all the bills or not. They're not going to just sit by idly and say, all right, I'm telling you, kids need to be in bed by 8 o'clock, no later, and they need to be asleep. You need to look a certain kind of way when I walk through that door.
They ain't trying to be slaves either to just a dictatorship. That's anybody that's married gonna have a conversation with each other.
For what? What are we conversating about?
Because how the house
it's exactly tell me what I want. I take care of everything. I am the sole provider. I dictate everything. What is the conversation about? Ain't no conversation. I need you to look.
I mean, there has to be some type of understanding
a certain way
between each other.
Huh?
There has to be some type of understanding between those two people. Because you're taking care of everything, you're doing everything. I'm pretty sure that you require her to do something. I'm pretty sure that it's something that she is required to do, and she has to get it done. So everybody likes different things. Everybody is different. I'm not speaking for all black women. I'm speaking for me. And that's something that I couldn't do. I couldn't let you go to work every day, make all the money, and I not work. Either I'm gonna be home trying to start a business, or I'm gonna be working or something. I can't do that because at the end of the day, people change their minds every day. Okay, you might want to leave tomorrow. I need to make sure that me and the kids are okay.
Why? If I'm taking care of everything.
Because listen,
people are in promise.
Boom in a relationship.
People are in promise.
You know why you shouldn't have to do that? Because let me tell you, Shannon, I done had a client right now. Her dad took her everything, just like you said. Mom didn't know how to. When he passed away, mom ain't know how to take care of herself. It fell on the daughter. She didn't know how to write a book. She didn't know how to pay the bills, nothing, because she depended so much on her husband. That's one of my biggest fears. So you should know how to do your stuff. You should not do something. If he has a business, you should not run the books of the business. While he do the hard work, you should be running the behind the scenes. That's me personally, how I feel. But not every woman is like that. They want to be taken. Some people want to be taken care of. Not all women want to be taken care of. They want to help. So it depends on your conversation with your partner. What happens, what works for your business should work. But you shouldn't be so dependent on somebody, because what if that man leave you? Then where you at? You stuck with nothing. Because you don't know how to do nothing.
Man, y'all
absolutely.
I'm from the South.
This is why the gap is so far. Anytime y'all make a point and it's any constructive criticism or logic applied to the point, the goalpost moves. Like y'all, you was just up here like, oh,
we just said
his feet better touch the floor before mine do.
If it worked for your relationship, it don't work for my relationship. It might work for DeAndre, but it might not work for mine. It might work for you.
It don't work for mine. I get what you're saying.
If that lawyer works for them and that her husband, that's good for them. But like we said, it don't work for me. I love when a man work. That's attractive as hell. I went with a dope boy when I was younger, and I went with a working man when I got older. That junk is good. It'll feel good not to be looking over my shoulder every minute. Come on now.
I'm confused too, Tiff. I'm so confused. But
okay, so you guys, I don't understand what's so confusing. All we are saying is we would not date a man that does not work. I don't believe in stay-at-home fathers. That's not me. I don't believe in that. Some people might like it. Some people, that's good for them. But for me, no. I want my man to go to work.
Exactly.
If I want my man to go to work. I want him to work.
So the problem comes in. I'm sorry, but the problem comes in when you project the negativity and the judgment on those women who choose to live that way.
No one
It
said
couldn't be
that.
me.
I
It
never
couldn't
said
be
that.
me. He got a nerve to say or act like he could say something or demand some type of respect or act like he wear the pants. What do you mean? You want me to rewind the tape?
I'm talking to you from my perspective, how I feel. Now, that woman over there, she can tell you exactly how she feel because she can say it couldn't be me either. You get what I'm saying? That's from what she feels in her perspective. I'm telling you the way that I feel in my perspective. I don't have to believe what that woman feels. I don't have
Right.
to do things that woman feels. I'm telling you how I feel. And I'm entitled to my own opinion.
And I'm
You
not gonna
know,
jump on the bandwagon because everybody's saying, yeah, yeah. But I don't never disrespect my dude anyways,
men
but
need to
hell.
be brought up like that around here. Men need to work around here. Exactly. And that's
And like
how
I
I
said, only in my
So
if
family
there's another woman that's out there that has a man that's a stay-at-home father, that's her. That's not me.
so meaning let's not get it twisted. Like I'm a single
She
dad
said men
and
need I can
I
hear
don't
it in her
want to speak
voice
for
too.
anybody.
Men need to go to work around here.
I do really well. Like
everybody
and
need
I
to
do
work.
most of my work from home and I make a really good living from
There's
home.
nothing wrong with the man
So
working
the
from
point I'm
home.
trying to make,
It's saying
go ahead, go
something
ahead.
that stand on what you say. No one's saying anything. Obviously, a man that is working from home is still working, right?
No. You
Is
missed
he
out.
or is he not?
I was just addressing her comment specifically that we was taught that men was supposed to work around here, and
I
that's
feel
fine. And I'm in I have the belief
And
that a
that's
man should be making some sort of income, no matter what it is that he's doing. I respect every job and every fucking hustle. Now I can't really condone illegal shit, but at the end of the day, you got to get it how you need to get it to make sure your kids eat. And I ain't against nobody doing whatever it is they need to do to make sure their kids eat and a roof stay over their family head.
right.
What I'm saying is for this conversation, right? And the link is in the chat because she looked like she want to come in. For this conversation, when you think about it from a hypergamy standpoint, and my only pushback was off of the things that you were saying were in direct contradiction, and I'm asking you what, like, the judgment of the women who accept that is weird for me because you then say, well, what works for them works for them. You know, I can't do that. Like, that's judgment. That's judgmental.
How's that judge? I just told you what I could not do, Shannon. She can do that. That's your, if you happy, then you happy. I can't do that. What's wrong with me saying I can't do that? That don't make no sense. You can do that. That's if you work.
I wasn't talking to you, and before you
I know,
cut me
babe.
off
No,
to
and
make
that's
the
facts
point,
because she could be over there saying I can. And I can
no.
say I can't,
Sorry,
you
Shannon.
know.
I apologize for that. My bad. Keep going.
So I was referencing what Deandra said, and it boiled down. And to finish the thought, I was circling around to the judgment and the lack of respect that man would receive because he's not working when that relationship style or construct works for them. You can't say that can work for you and respect it, but then turn around and say that man don't get no respect or don't deserve respect because he isn't working.
Because that does not work for me. I'm telling you how I would see it. So a man that stays at home and takes care of the child isn't respected. Everyone is due respect. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is I am not going to deal with the man that stays at home. I don't want a stay-at-home dad. That's not what I want. Now, if another woman is okay with her man staying at home and being a stay-at-home dad, that's what she wants. No one said anything about them not being respected.
You did. You made a reference to
Yes, you
him
did.
saying, thinking he got some sort of say. In the
Well,
house.
for me,
Yeah.
if I'm going to work and I'm bringing home the bacon and he's staying at home and I'm doing everything I own, then damn it, he don't got shit to say. Okay, I don't even know why he's here. That's for me. Okay,
So then
now
that's where I
somebody
was
else
making the
may take
point.
that situation and be very happy with it, and that's them. I'm just telling you what works for me.
Okay, and so what I'm saying is, if the roles was reversed, he made all the money, and you was a stay-at-home mom, the expectation is for you to shut up and do what I tell you. Right?
I mean, he would have that authority, right?
No, I'm not asking you what you would have.
Right?
I'm asking you personally, is that the way you would carry it? Would you accept that? Would that
me
work
personally, I wouldn't do that. That wouldn't work for me to stay at home and not work or have some type of income on my own. That wouldn't work for me.
So just because it's a man, he don't deserve no respect. Like, yo, this is wild. I'm sorry. I just need
no one said that he doesn't deserve respect. I just feel as if a man should work. That's how I feel. Everybody's different.
We had a conversation about respect.
No,
and it was
she had his baby.
You said
that man was the father of them children. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I get what he's saying. No, y'all quiet. You basically just said that.
Special guests in the building.
Yo, what up? So what are we talking about? So we're talking about a man that stays home is a stay-at-home dad. Deandra, you're saying that you don't respect it, or you're saying that you're not gonna listen to him, or because I just need the clarification.
The thing is, I can't do a stay-at-home dad. That's not me. Okay. I couldn't date a man that stays at home.
So when you say stay at home, that means is he playing the video game all day? Because taking care of a child, running the household while you're at work is a job. So I think that we're really focused on the literal and that's okay. But for a stay-at-home dad, he is doing the laundry. A stay-at-home dad is making sure my son is taken care of. A stay-at-home dad is going to play dates. A stay-at-home dad is doing PTA because I'm out, on the stage giving keynote speaking. So that man is going to get respected because he can't do the things that I can do. So there is a job. One second. There is a job for the stay-at-home dad. So a stay-at-home mom has a job too, because a stay-at-home mom who takes care of everything while the man, goes out and does his thing. She's doing the books, like V Bell said. She's doing this, she's doing that. So the stay-at-home mom does get respected, and for me, the stay-at-home dad does get respected too, because the stay-at-home dad is a job within itself. Like Shannon said, there could be an entrepreneurship going on. The stay-at-home dad is not playing video games. So I think I don't know if we're talking about the same thing.
No. No. I can't do that. That's what I'm saying. For me, some people can do that. I can't do that.
Okay.
Respect is due to anybody. I'm not saying that he doesn't need to be respected. What I am saying is that's not for me. So I don't want to stay at home dad.
Okay.
I want somebody that's going to work.
Right. And you're entitled to that. But I wanna say for the collectives that for the population of stay-at-home dads that I know, because it's rare that there are stay-at-home dads, because a lot of men don't step up to the plate. A lot of men don't say, I'm gonna stay here to make sure you get back and forth to work. A lot of men don't make sure that safety is number one. I don't even walk out in the rain without my folks getting my umbrella just to the car. Right. So again, it depends on the type of man, the caliber type of man, but I can respect you saying that you don't respect the man that stays home and takes care of the home and the kids.
I didn't say that I respect the man.
Not respect them. You can't deal with.
I couldn't date a guy that is a stay-at-home dad. Yeah. He has to go to work.
Okay, I hear that.
We got to build the empire here.
No,
we got to be working
the empire. But do you believe in building with him though, from the bottom up?
Yeah, absolutely.
So say he's coming home from jail. A lot of jobs you can't get, a lot of jobs you can get. There's a starting place for everybody. So to help him build and to get that job, are you willing to do that with that man, or he needs to come established?
I mean,
that'd be the best way.
I couldn't say that I'd be dating somebody coming out of jail, but if I were to, I would understand that he would have to get, that he would have to get himself together. I mean, that's something that I would really have to think about. But I feel like there's a lot of things that he needs to be getting together before he comes and he tries to be some type of family unit.
So Wallow, do you know Wallow from Wallow 215?
267.
267. Excuse me. So he was fresh out of jail. How many years ago, Shannon?
3.
Yeah, and he's a
billionaire.
right. So him coming out of jail, him crossing your paths, DeAndre, at a club in Florida. Hey baby, da da da. And maybe he's coming at you not with the hey baby. Maybe he's just really coming at you because he wants to get to know you and wants to grow with you. Here you are shutting it down because you just came home, and my man in 3 months is bigger than what
I didn't say that I would shut him down, but at the end of the day, I mean, we got to get to know each other first. At 3 months, we ain't gonna be straight in a relationship. So I mean,
but you
it's
had
gonna
said you
take
wouldn't deal with nobody coming home from jail. Didn't you say that?
I mean, I mean, who am I talking to coming home from jail?
It could be anybody.
I'm just talking about me. Like I'm not talking to anybody that's coming home from. I mean, if I were to connect with somebody that is coming home from jail, then yes, we can be friends. But I wouldn't say, hey, you can jump out and move in with me. I don't know this person. I don't know what type of person this is. I have children.
No, I understand that, and I get that. I get that. All right, I just wanted to give my little tidbit on the stay-at-home dad.
No, respect is due to everybody. There's nothing wrong with that. Some women don't mind stay-at-home dads. That's just not for me.
Well, yeah, because it's a job. I think it's a job.
It's absolutely a job. Listen, I got to go to work. I'm working 2 jobs right now. I have a caseload of 32 children. I got 4 kids at home. I got another job that I'm working. So I mean, I understand. Like it is a job. I'm working 3 jobs right now.
So y'all saying she needs to lower her standards?
I don't think anybody's saying she need to lower her standards first and foremost.
That's not
they
what
wanted to get clarification what she was talking about.
Right, I think that's what it was.
What she's saying was a very specific scenario. And at the end of the day, that's not the everyday story. That's like what Wallow did was special. That man,
and that's not an everyday story. Absolutely not.
But it could be.
I think we can remove the whole jail aspect from it, right? And we can simplify the whole fucking thing and say at the end of the day, she's entitled to want what she wants. Her standards are her standards. What she requires in a man is what she requires in a man. Only issue
and not only that, I have 4 boys. I have 4 boys, and I dream of my boys one day being the head of, like, not saying that men that stay at home aren't the head of their homes, but I see my children being the provider. I want them to be providers. I want them to be protectors. I want them to be the head in every way of their home. And I feel like I can't put anything different in front of them if that's what I'm asking them for. So I mean, that's for me. That might not be for everybody else, but that's for me.
Yeah, and I also
and not saying that men that have stay-at-home fathers are not going to grow up and be be successful and be the head of their homes and do all of those things. Not saying that doesn't happen. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you, for my children, for what I'm going to put in front of them.
And you also don't want your boys to be with no girl that's lazy and just depending on them, everything on them, like just
exactly. But I want them to know that this is you, buddy. This is your family. This is you. You're the head of this. You run this. You provide. You protect. I mean, everybody's different. That's just me.
No, I want that for my son too. So we're definitely speaking the same language. I definitely want that for my son. I think I just wanted to give a different perspective of the stay-at-home dad. I think that it's a job, and I don't want to misspeak on your behalf by saying you're not saying you don't respect the stay-at-home dad. So I want to make that clear. I know you're not saying that. I just wanted to give a little pushback to think different and to be thought-provoking around the fact that there are stay-at-home moms and it's a legit job, and there are stay-at-home dads and it's a legit job. That was my.
So the other thing I wanted to touch on right quick is,
I know that this topic was gonna be crazy. That's why
the fundamental ideology behind being a stay-at-home mom and being a stay-at-home dad, right? If you're a stay-at-home dad, it's a problem. You don't deserve respect and you're a bum and men should work. And if you don't work, you don't eat. a stay-at-home mom, women will argue till they're blue in the face that staying at home with kids and taking care of a home is a job in itself, and they should be respected, applauded, and not worshipped for doing it.
Yep.
Which is a weird ideology, but I know double standards exist. But what I am saying, in the era where women are fighting for true equality, for that mentality to still exist, it's troublesome, because the way things are turning, just like Simply Too Much wants to know, where do I work? I work for myself.
Say that then.
Yes.
I am a self-employed business owner.
That's my boss.
Entrepreneur.
And let me add though, even with the women wanting equality, I think that it comes a lot from, especially back in the day when men would walk off on women. Those women needed those same rights to go out and work and be able to provide for their children because they had no other choice because the father walked off. And I feel as if we do need it because it's a lot of mothers that are out there doing it by themselves, and they need to be able to go out there and work and pay the bills and take care of their children.
See, Simply Too Much, that logo in the top right-hand corner that you see, that's me. I own that. I own everything associated with the Big Exclusive Network. Outright. Okay? Outright. And then there's a website you can go to and get yourself some health and beauty products. I own this too. It's at the bottom of the screen. Scroll. Right?
So I knew that this would be a touchy topic. I knew it was. That's why I was bringing it up. I knew it would be something kind of like.
It worked good too. It worked good too.
Everybody,
wait. Put that back on screen, please. Put that back on screen. Thank you.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. And I'm not on
Everybody
screen.
Don't think
it look bad right now. But at the end of the day,
I don't even know why my screen is up.
The point I wanted to make is when women, now listen to me, because I know y'all about to lose y'all fucking mind.
More than likely.
And men, if we're looking for true equality, okay, the double standards have to die.
I'm not looking
Women,
for
you cannot cherry pick what it is that you want.
I do 20.
Leandra, hold on. You can't keep interrupting me. Go ahead.
I'm not looking for equality. He can go 40, I'll do 20, damn it. Bump that. I don't want to be stronger than you. I don't want to be sweating more than you. I don't want to be doing that. Okay. I just don't. I don't need Simply
Too Much. You don't need no skincare. You don't need no moisturizer. You don't need no soap.
It's like body butter. It's really good.
It's digital books on there too for different lifestyles as well. Also, if you go to biggest,
everybody thinks different.
You can get a resume, you can get birthday cards, you can get whatever. I have multiple companies. I got what you need. Mess with me. But anyway,
what you do?
Yeah, I hear you when you say you don't want true equality. What you want is what ideally every woman wants. And that's to cherry pick exactly what it is that suits their needs in the moment. That too has to stop. Compromise.
Men do the same thing. Men do the same thing.
Tell him, Deandra.
That's not true. Men are always.
That's very true.
Go ahead. Finish the thought.
Men are the same way.
I can't finish mine. Finish the thought.
They cherry pick what the hell they want and what they don't want. I think that's just a person. That's people. Like, every person is different. At the end of the day, whatever works for you, works for you. If you and that person see that, hey, you can pick this cherry, I want that cherry, this cherry, and that works for them, then that works for them. But I mean, everybody's different. Everybody's different. It's what works for you. So that's how I feel about it.
What you want to say, man? What's the next topic then?
So let's play. We can play the next clip.
Why female hypergamy is a man's best friend. This is toxic, guys. So proceed at your own wish, right? At your own caution. Watch this video at your own caution. What is female hypergamy? It's defined as a woman's desire to always date up. They do it for their offspring. Women want to mate with their highest value guy. So they're going to always be seeking their highest value option. The guy that looks better than you, makes more money than you, has more status than you. This is a man's best friend. This should be your motivation to be the highest value guy you can, so you have all the options in women. This is simple. Become high value, you will have more options in women. It's that simple. Female hypergamy should be your best friend.
Although I don't totally agree with everything, the whole thing, I just feel like y'all don't know how much we compromise.
That's the point I was going to try to make, royalty.
Want to dealing with the attitude when they don't feel like it, or is it many other things? Compromise. I don't think you guys compromise more. I think that we compromise more. Not unless you take a woman and her kids, you move her and her kids in your home. Okay, you're providing for her and her children. Like you're just like changing your life around for this woman and her kids. I feel like a woman. Well, I can't speak for everybody. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. So let me back up. We have to be mindful of the messages and lessons we teach our kids by our actions. Absolutely. And that's why I said that I couldn't date a man that doesn't work. He got to go to work. He was making a point. He just couldn't help but him.
They go old tree.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, so crazy. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I ain't never had none of this stuff because until the other day, I don't know what y'all clicking on TikTok because I don't see none of this on my TikTok. I see travel, business ideas, positive stuff. I don't know, history.
Man will have.
So I guess it's what you're looking for.
Your children and your children's father issues. I think he would. We will all have to do some compromising.
More than we do.
I don't think that they compromise more than we do. I'm not speaking for everybody. Some may, some may not. I don't know. I mean, I'm not in everybody's relationship, so I don't know who compromises more in what relationship. I think it depends on the household, because some people say that the man stay at home works well for them. Absolutely, and some do. That I just said it doesn't work for me.
TikTok got the best algorithm.
Exactly. It feeds on what you focus on, because boy, I tell you, this crazy to me.
Can I come on, please? Yeah, you can come on. I knew this was gonna be a hot topic. That's why I chose it. Like I was looking for something crazy.
Play daddy, paying bills.
Have children. They don't. Playing daddy.
You can't wrap your head around what, Mina? I'm curious.
I don't know. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. Everybody's different.
That's what makes us human. Like we all understand that.
I just said for me, I couldn't say. There are some great stay-at-home dads. There are some great stay-at-home dads. I just said I could not.
You don't know none though,
man. No. I actually do.
You can't know none.
I have a friend that's actually
basically said this man shouldn't get no respect or shouldn't have no stay in the household.
I never said that couldn't get in respect. I just said for me it would not work. For me, it would not
touched the nerve with Mina. She didn't call it foolishness. She at home seething right now.
I'm not gonna be convinced otherwise. It doesn't work for me.
Stay at home men. All the men around me work, or if not, they just being lazy. They ain't with the kids. It's women always look to date up. I think.
I mean, I'm not necessarily dating up. Hypergamy is really like dating at your level or dating up. Run the tape back. Well, I respect everybody. If I say I don't respect them, I didn't mean, not me personally. I just think that will cause some problems later. I think that it will cause problems later in the relationship. Some people, it may not cause problems. I don't know. I'm just telling you, for me, Deandra Cargill, for me, I can't date a stay-at-home dad. I want my man to get up and go to work. Okay. Now, if he's home working, that's another thing. But I'm not going to be the only income. That's for me. I can't speak for any other woman on this earth, okay? Anybody else? That's for me.
And again, like I said previously, that's fine. You're entitled to your standards and your requirements and all of that. I said the only problem is when you sit in judgment or make comments like that man don't deserve no respect or shouldn't have no say in his house.
Okay, so what did I say? What did I say?
You said he got a nerve to think he gonna have some say in that house.
In my house for me. In my house for me.
Cost to pay the boss.
Why would you say that if you never going to deal with that? Like that doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you. It wouldn't happen. I wouldn't have a chance to disrespect him because it's not going to happen. So I'm talking about in my house for me. Okay, nobody else's house. I'm talking about my house.
That was yesterday. I said like even that.
Hey man, I don't know what chef doing, but bro, get it together, sir. You on live. What are you doing?
My phone. I said I was backstage. I wasn't looking at my phone. Now, you said men don't got to compromise. That's what I jumped on real quick.
Everybody has to compromise in a relationship.
But you just said y'all got to compromise more than us. I'm going to ask you this. If you got a dude you talking to and his baby mom getting on your fucking nerves, you going to be out faster than that man that got to deal with your baby father. You not going to offer no bread for that man. You're not going to offer that bread for that man, diapers or child support and all that versus him making sure you and your kids eat. We compromise way more than y'all do. We go through way more than y'all do just to be in y'all environment, whether it be dealing with y'all badass kids, dealing with y'all attitude, dealing with whatever issues that y'all going through yourself. So where do y'all don't have to compromise as much as we do?
That's for some women. Some women might not help you buy diapers and wipes and stuff. There are some women that will.
You put up what you
that will. That's something that I have done before. So I mean.
So I'm gonna ask you this.
Everybody's different.
Let me ask you this. That you said something you've done before. On average, a man has bought you and your kids meals over 10 times more times than you have bought a man food and his kids food, right or wrong?
Probably. You're right.
But you say that y'all don't compromise.
But not saying that I wouldn't. Not saying that I wouldn't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I wouldn't. If I would not saying I'm not saying that I wouldn't do it. That's not what I'm saying though. I mean, I compromise. That's a relationship. Two people compromising. That's both people have to compromise in a relationship.
Okay, both people got to compromise. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this real quick. You said both people got to compromise real quick, right? Who do you think compromises first, the man or the woman? To be honest,
I think that the man should compromise first.
This shit is
That's my opinion. It could be something as simple as I want to go to one restaurant, he wants to go to another. And, he's like, well, I really want this restaurant. And she says, I want this. And he'll be like, you know what? We can go to the one you want to go to. It could be something so simple. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he should compromise.
So then how can you say that we don't compromise more than if he should compromise from the door? How can we not? How do we?
I'm sorry.
Why should a woman compromise first?
I'm not saying a woman should compromise first or either opposite or either or, but you just said out of your mouth that we don't compromise more before I got on. And that's when I made this statement about us compromising whether to deal with your baby fathers or deal with your kids or deal with this, that, and the third. You need groceries. You need bills paid. We compromise. We put out bread. We put out time. We put out energy. We do all of this, that, and the third. And let's be honest, sometimes before we even get the ass, just to keep it a bean.
Why is it tit for tat?
So where do y'all compromise at as much as men do? Because you know how many times a man has to bite his tongue to be able to deal with a woman versus a woman biting her tongue? We got to deal with all y'all attitude. We got to deal with all your perspective. We got to deal with us saying something or doing something you don't agree with. And we got to take that shit. Prime example, y'all could be mad at us for something, right? And that should have lasted a week because we fucked up. That lasts a week, a month, whatever. But let us be mad at y'all about something. Y'all say y'all sorry and we just supposed to shut the fuck up and let it go.
Why y'all ain't both conversating at that point? Why should it take a week?
Somebody come look at this. Somebody come look at this. Somebody come look at this.
Easy.
We got it too easy.
Wow.
Yo. All right, so we got it. You say we got it easy. How many women a week get free meals off of niggas they really not interested in? But if we don't do that, we don't even get the time with that woman. But we got it easy.
Women have to compromise. We have to compromise as well.
Hold on 1 second, please. Hold on 1 second, because now I'm triggering. Is it not right to think happy wife, happy life without us compromising? That happy wife, happy life is some bullshit they selling y'all from the Hallmark company. Your happiness does not supersede my happiness. You're responsible for your own fucking happiness. I'm supposed to be able to accentuate your happiness. I am supposed to.
Absolutely.
I am supposed to. We are supposed to create happiness together. Like, I'm my own person. You're your own person. You're responsible for your happiness. I'm responsible for mine. And when we come together, we create our happiness. So my fucking happiness is not just as important as hers. So as a husband, I'm not supposed to fucking be happy or have the right to be happy, or I'm supposed to be miserable and continue to be miserable because it's making you happy. Fuck you and your happy wife and happy life. I don't mean that personally towards you, Teresa. Just strictly towards that bullshit saying. It's not supposed to be happy wife, happy life.
I don't think she was saying it in that way, though.
Supposed to be happy spouse, happy house.
That's crazy. And no, I don't know a man who want meaning you triggered, and I don't think you I just believe you triggered at this point. I really believe you triggered at this point.
I think that no. I don't think she's triggered. I just think that people believe different things.
Crazy to me. No, let's stop the bullshit right here. The statement was made, men got it easy, which is bullshit. And I just mentioned this the other night on one of the shows. I forget what it was, but I just explained to women, and I think it was on Women's Wellness, and I said, ladies, if you want the cheat sheet, a man asks you what you bring to the table, tell that motherfucker you bring peace, you bring comfort, you bring a space for a motherfucker to be vulnerable. As a black man, when I walk out this door, let's really break this shit down. As a black man, when I walk out the door every day, I'm looked at as an apex fucking predator. From the police, from other niggas, from women, no matter what shade or color. Crazy. So as a black man, I get it from every angle, and I have to always have my head on the swivel and my spidey senses tingling no matter what. Then I got to come home and make sure all the household is provided for. I don't have a problem with that. But I refuse to come home to a house where a woman believes that only her happiness matters because she's my wife. And let's be honest, when you go out with us, y'all don't worry about shit. You don't worry about whether you got a wallet or money, whether you protected or not, because you know when you with that man, especially a man like me, you're protected. So you don't have to worry about shit. You don't have to think about how many exits are in that restaurant. You don't have to think, why is this the second time I'm seeing this car spin the block? Y'all too busy on Instagram primping the hair. Y'all in the car, in the mirror, making sure the makeup is right and the lash is not to the side and the lip gloss is still popping. You do not worry about shit when you're with a man. Don't tell me men got it too fucking easy, because that's bullshit. We expect it not to have feelings. We expect to be robots and not actually fucking complain, right? Because granddad didn't complain and he did everything. Y'all expect us to provide blindly, no matter what's going on with the finance. I just watched the video. It was on one of the other shows. That man was providing blindly, and that woman stole about $20,000 out of his account. Was just skimming off top. Was just skimming off top. So at the end of the day, don't hand me that men got it easier. It's tough for everybody. It is tough for everybody. Women face their own challenges that we have no clue about as men. I would never disrespect a woman and say they have it easier than men. Like, don't do that. Men especially me, I work too hard. Okay, I'm raising 2 daughters. I work too hard to provide and make sure they're safe and make sure my household stay cool. I work too hard when I walk out this door and I have to worry about the whole world looking at me as a fucking threat, no matter how I'm dressed. Okay, I work too hard for y'all to for those type of comments to be made. I'm sorry. Like,
no, you good?
that's crazy to me. That's crazy.
That's
Let me
all
get
good.
these comments they asking.
Yes.
I told you this topic was
Here
gonna
we
be
go.
crazy.
A man shouldn't want nothing free. I don't know any men who want anything for free. I'm about to put my clothes back on FTO and come on. Okay. Darius, I like exclusive. You're not responsible for my happiness. I'm not. And
No. And I don't think that people should be responsible for people at happiness. I think that people should know what their standards are. Because at the end of the day, if you're going to accept something that you're not happy with, like, why would you accept something that you're not happy with? All I
so
said was, and this all came from me saying that I could not date a stay-at-home dad. I don't want a stay-at-home dad. That's just me. That's me personally. Like, people and everybody jumping on saying a man doing this and a man doing that at home, taking care of the kids and this and that. I'm not saying that he's not working while he's at home. I'm talking about on the damn clock working, okay? I'm talking about bringing home the money, okay? Bringing in the money. That's me personally. That's just me. That's me. Everybody like different things. Everybody like different stuff. And
you
that's
no
me.
matter
People
no
can't get
matter how
upset
many
with me
times you
because I
say
said
that,
that that's not what I want.
Leandra, no matter how many times you say that, you still made comments that I felt was a little bit irresponsible. That's it. And this has morphed into something else. It's not just about your standards and what you require. Like, that's okay. You entitled to that. Everybody should get what they want from a
I also
significant
come
other.
home and work dealing with
With
the
us
kids.
women, we
And
have to work
also
9
have
to
to lay
5,
down
also come
the
home,
sex when
work,
y'all
dealing with
want it.
kids. So men don't have nearly enough responsibility. No, simply too much talk about the man you have. Talk about your man. Don't talk about what all these other women got, because that's not the case for all women. And I know plenty of men who do all the things that you
Yeah,
talk
but
about.
what she's saying is that's why if she was dating a stay-at-home dad, that's how she would be looking at it. That's how she would view it.
That's
That's
not what she
how
said.
she
That's
feels.
not what she said. It's right here in black and white. With us women, we have to work 9 to 5, also come home and work dealing with the kids, cook, clean, and also have to lay down for sex when y'all want it. Men don't have nearly enough responsibilities like us. I didn't see nothing about
So
no
clarify
stay-at-home
for us.
dad in there. This is a
Clarify it,
statement.
please,
And this is not
simply.
true. She needs to be accountable for the type of men she choosing to be with who allow her to do that, or she allowed to do that. That's not nobody's
Right.
fault but hers.
So that's why I
Choose a better
shouldn't
man.
be
Choose a man that you require to help with all of that, and then you don't
right.
have to do all of that.
Yeah, because it sounds like y'all rush into a relationship without asking questions and put up the shit that y'all feel like y'all want to put up with. I don't see girls.
No, a woman shouldn't respect anything free either. That's not what I didn't say that.
I'm sorry, Teresa. She
Yeah,
said reread
Teresa,
her.
that's why I didn't think that's what you said. That's not what you were saying. That's why I was.
Why don't she come on the line and explain what she means? If you don't mind, Miss Teresa.
Here she goes. She right. It is not right to think happy wife, happy life without us compromising. You're absolutely right, Teresa. I apologize for that.
Mm-hmm.
That was on me. I was reading too fast and I read it wrong. My apologies. She says, I'm agreeing with you. You're hyper shit for somebody agreeing with you. Right? I love that word, trigger. You're right. I was hyper shit, Teresa. Sound like you're triggered. Mina, I said I was triggered. Like, I'm gonna need you to come on at some point. Because I want to know what your relationship like. I want to know what your significant other like. I want to know if he pay all your bills. I want to know if you working 9 to 5, coming home, cleaning and cooking and laying down for sex and having to do all that other shit too. That's what I want to know. Certain instances, that's the reason women get hard dick and bubble. Yeah, that's a fact.
So why do women get in certain what are those instances that women get hard dick and bubble gum? Because she said that she didn't. I don't like what. Why?
That's not. No, he's not triggered. He's speaking logic. Closed mind can't comprehend. Where's the comments? The comments are here. Tiffany, and you feeling well, sweetie? Shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. That comment is so dangerous, ignorant, respectful. I guess I'm closed-minded, respectfully. With all due respect, I want to know your situation. It has to be amazing. It really does. You got Prince Charming at home.
So basically, Shannon, you're saying these people saying these standards, but ain't really living by it, huh?
Fuck no, they not.
They cap.
It sound good to say and make those.
So for a woman to want a man to work, like, what's wrong with that?
Nobody.
Is something wrong with
stop,
that?
Stop, DeAndre. Stop, DeAndre. Stop. You trying to gaslight me? I already said.
I'm not trying to gaslight you, but I'm just trying to find out what's the problem.
Already. I said to you, it's okay for you to require your man to work. You're entitled to want whatever kind of man and relationship you want. I'm never going to argue that because I don't have to be in it. And I reserve the right to require what I require and what I want. That's okay. I'm not arguing that. There's nothing wrong for a woman to want a man to work. There's nothing wrong for a woman to want a man to make six figures. There's nothing wrong for a woman to want a man that's 6 foot tall, bald head, in shape, makes $600,000 a year, dick the size of greater frick, like all of that. All of that is up to you. If you require that and that's your thing, please, by all means, go find that thing. And don't stop till you find it. It's okay.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay. No harm, no foul. Like, definitely get what you want. Get what you want. Please get what you want. And don't stop. And that's the other thing. Do not stop until you get it. Do not stop until you get it. That's all I'm saying. It's no problem with you wanting whatever you want, because we all want and require something in a significant other, especially when we talk about seriously dating and spending any amount of significant time with somebody else. That means we're in each other's space constantly. I have to like you. And if I need a woman who's 5'5" and whatever else, then that's what I like. That's what I require. Listen, I'm
right, because Black women are not the only people to be hypergamous. Can I play the next video, please?
Which one is the next video?
The one with the black girl.
Okay.
Yeah, hypergamy, dating up, and gold digging is not a woman thing. Men have always done that too. This is why some men trap women. This is why they love to use your car. They want to get on your phone bill. They want to live in your home. Why they seek women that cook and clean and take care and nurture them like their mothers do. Nothing wrong with dating up, but let's stop saying that this is a woman thing, because men do it all the time.
And I agree. Some men do. Some men, they require a woman with a car. They require a woman with a job. We're not the only ones. We're not the only people.
A job. I hope y'all both got a car and a job at this point.
Right. Exactly.
But
But we're not the only ones.
So I think you misunderstanding what's being said.
No, I heard what you said.
Hypergamy.
I heard it too.
It's not about the requirements. It's about you dating up. And
right.
I don't see. I started off by saying I don't see nothing wrong with that. Go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Men and women.
It's not just women. It's not, but a lot of women catch a lot of heat from it when they talk about it.
They does not.
Exactly. So to prevent that, why not date someone that's on your level or higher? Agree.
OG,
but some men, to be realistic, absolutely you have to be realistic. Nobody's saying that you got to go get a man that's making a millionaire. We're not saying, that's not what I'm saying, but it's okay to require financial security. Like, it's okay to require a man that can provide. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm speaking for me.
I definitely don't think it's nothing wrong with it. And my beginning statement still ring true that I think a lot of people be trying to go too far up and don't understand what comes with that and what requires to maintain
Problems.
a relationship with that sort of person.
Because no man with them high income is not looking for no girl more than 4, 5, 6 kids. They look at
not even.
they
gotta be bad as hell.
Listen,
you're not the only one. You're not the only one. So I mean, it's a lot of things that come with those men with a lot of money. It's a lot of them.
Yeah. And it's
and believe it or not, the ones with the most money are the biggest babies in the world. I know a few personally. So, and I can't speak for all of them. I just know a few.
Who are you, royalty?
Oh, y'all is arguing in the comments. What do you want him to provide?
I have a girlfriend and a boyfriend since you asked. Lord have mercy.
Oh, we missing in the comments. Log off on your
I'm talking about.
That girl, she got 2 of them.
But there are some men. Because and I've spoke with a few men that, and I actually got a clip of a few men that believe that as well. Do you see the one I had just sent you?
Just sent me where?
I just sent you a clip. I just want to show a couple of clips of men that think a little different. So I just sent you a clip.
Where did you send it?
I just sent you a clip.
On Messenger.
So where did you send it?
Oh, email.
All right, keep talking while I'm trying to grab you. Don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, absolutely. Like everybody likes different stuff. Like, people saying I have a homegirl. She doesn't. I have one that works. That man don't work. I got a homegirl that stay at home and her man goes to work. Like it works. Different strokes for different folks. Whatever works for you. Oh Lord.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not married yet. I did the relationship thing and it didn't work out. That one didn't work out. So I chose to focus on me. I chose to take my ass back to school. I chose to focus on me. I am the reason that I am not in a full.
Okay, the clip is loaded up. I'm pretty sure this man is about to advance.
These are people that think differently. Yeah.
I believe that as the man in the relationship, I need to show up a certain way every single day to put food on the fucking table and to provide a certain lifestyle to my family. Now, does that mean that I want my wife washing dishes every day? Absolutely not. That's not what I mean by gender roles. When I think about gender roles, I'm not talking about I'm going to go to work, you wash the fucking dishes and clean the house. I just want to be the provider. That's what I see myself as. The protector, the provider, the man of the house. I am the fucking wall that stands in between danger and my fucking family. Period. There's a lot of shitty individuals in this world that are just like, shut the fuck up, girl, go do the dishes. And then they're sitting on their fucking ass like fat, lazy pigs, doing nothing with their fucking life, broke as fuck, just expecting the girl to do everything. I believe as a man, it is your job to provide for your fucking family and to give them everything that they have ever wanted. And if you are not doing that, you are fucking up as a man.
Some men think differently. Hey, I got the clip with your uncle.
At mean it is.
What's the?
Go ahead.
You can play the next clip. You can play the other one. I got men that think differently. I mean, there are men that think different.
And guys, there's no trick in this stream. I mean exactly what I say. Men should pay for everything. Everything. Because generous men win. And women should be hypergamous. It's a good thing. Damn right. Zula Gullah. 50-50 is good. But see, a dude by the name of Zula Gullah will never be the CEO of Apple. Those names, no offense, Zula, but you don't see Zula Gullah in Fortune, Forbes, The Economist. You don't see these kind of names. And you certainly don't when you get up around men who run these kind of things, they don't think in terms of 50-50. Let's get into this thing. I'm going to piss some people off. You know what it pisses people off? I'm going to tell you why it pisses people off. Because the truth hurts.
That's coming
No
from
man
y'all.
think differently. It's whatever floats your boat, whatever you believe.
I would say both men are very correct in their assessment. I agree with OG. He was surmised to say that the majority of men want to provide, right?
Right.
Here's the difference. You have to know where you are and your market value. See, it's fun to play a clip like that and not get what was said before that and what was said after that. See, people can pull out.
I kind of watched them.
They can extrapolate any part what anybody says to kind of, advance their argument. But some of the things that were said before that and after that make it make sense. And
so I watched them.
So you watched that whole clip. You know what
I
he
watched
said
them.
before that.
The white man actually was going in. It was another part on there where he was like actually like straight going in, like
what he was
more than he did on that one. Both of them were talking about hypergamy. They were talking that both of them were.
Just say you didn't watch that clip fully. Like that, I'm
No,
asking
I did
you the
watch
right
the clip.
question. Okay, so what I'm saying
You
to
can
you
look
is
it up on Facebook.
that part,
I mean YouTube.
That part that person extrapolated to post will advance their argument. What he was saying directly before that was you need to know your market value, right? Which means
who?
To my Sam, the black guy, whatever his name is. He's saying, have you listened to the whole interview, not just that clip?
No. I heard what he was saying. I was listening to what he was saying.
Let me say,
are you? Because you keep trying to make a point while I'm talking, so I'm shutting up so you can finish your thought and I can be respectful. So what I'm saying to you is what he was saying directly before he said that was know your market value, which means know where you are in your sexual marketplace and what you deserve and what exactly it is that your value is to whatever man when you're practicing hypergamy. If you're a beautician and you making $35,000 a year, $40,000 a year, you don't qualify for the man that makes $100,000 a year. You qualify for the man that makes just as much or $5,000 to $10,000 more than you.
So what if a man that is in that tax bracket wouldn't mind dating a woman that makes $35,000 a year? That's a petition.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
What's wrong?
Because
it happens.
Wrong with it. I'm just making a point that you can't extrapolate one clip because it has an idea in it and not look at what came before and what came after that, because the totality of the thought makes it make sense. That's all I'm saying.
At the end of the day, I can agree with that point, but not necessarily agree with everything that he's saying. Like I can understand where he's saying that men should provide. I can agree with that point, but I might not agree with the point where he's saying that a man is not going to provide for you, or you're not up to where you need to be at for that man to provide for you. You get what I'm saying? So I can agree with some points that he's making. That doesn't necessarily mean that I have to agree with everything he's saying. And what I am saying is there are some men out there that want to provide. That's what they stand on. I know men that's probably making $35,000 a year that want to provide. I know men that is probably selling dope that want to provide. 50,000, 100,000. They want to be the man. They want to run the house. They want to provide. They want to be the providers because that's what they want to do. That might not work for some women. Some women might want their man to stay home and be a stay-at-home dad. That's not me. That's not me. So different strokes for different folks. Everybody likes different things.
It's the comments for me.
It's definitely the comments. That
He basically saying, I feel like, are you saying this, Shannon? Answer me wrong. Are you basically telling them that it's not realistic, it's not common that y'all gonna date up in this? Because some people are chasing that big green. I done heard girls that say 600,000, 100. They're not gonna. It's not common for him to be coming for you. So you need to be in your tax bracket yourself. That's more ideal because you most likely will get in a relationship with somebody in your tax bracket, right?
That's exactly what he was saying. One of his founding ideologies is that average is okay. The main people he was speaking to was the people in the 1% who he consulted for on a daily basis. So when he had the women who fell in that average tax bracket, and he informed them that, yo, you do not qualify to date these kind of men, that's when women would get upset because they would feel they're entitled to date those men. And yes, there are exceptions, right, to every rule. Yeah, a man who makes that kind of money may find a woman who doesn't make that kind of money, who isn't in that tax bracket, and find them and date them and marry them and do whatever. But you can't logically argue the exception for all situations. So ultimately, you cannot sit here and say that, all right, well, some women that no, like you can want what you want. Don't mean you gonna get it. At some point, you got to be an adult and accept the fact that what you want, you can't have. You learned that as a child, okay? We all had that lesson. Mom, dad, whoever taught us that goddamn lesson, okay? So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you can't always have what you want. And hence, some of us will have to compromise. That's all.
Right. So I will compromise and date someone that is at my equal. I'll compromise with that.
First off, if you have kids already higher earning men, they can't start their own
family. Some men feel like that. Some men are okay with women having children. Some men are.
Depends on what that woman look like.
Profile. Some women men are. Some men are okay with women that have children. If he can handle the situation, if he has the money to do it, he'll do it. If he's willing.
So Tiffany Ann and Simply Too Much is not that deep. Both of you guys relax, okay? Relax. This is a very.
I knew this was going to be a crazy conversation.
It's a very entertaining podcast. Deandra and I, V Bell and I are very good friends, okay? When this podcast go on, we're going to laugh about it. We're going to talk about how good we thought it was, and we're going to go back to our friendship. It's supposed to be entertaining. It's supposed to cause conversation. It's not supposed to cause this level of.
I don't even see the comments. I don't know what's going on.
I'm about to log on from the comment section. We're texting each other right now. Honestly.
I wasn't even watching this. I wasn't even watching.
Don't take it too personal, y'all.
Look.
He said, "No, y'all not." What you mean? I'm texting Shannon now.
Oh my God!
Do with anything.
Thank you too much. Thank you.
My sisters, yeah.
Oh Lord, you know it's good because we in overtime like a motherfucker.
I see.
I don't even know what the hell was going on. That shit went right over my head. I don't know what nobody was commenting. I don't know what the hell was going on. I didn't even read any of that.
Anyway, so my final thought is this. Men and women, you are entitled to date who you want. You're entitled to have requirements, prerequisites, and whatever demands you decide to place on whoever it is that you're dating. Okay? If you require a man to make a certain amount, go out, find that man. If you require a woman to look a certain way, go out and find that woman. The point of it all is you have to look at relationships as their own unique thing that only works for you and that person. Doesn't matter what nobody on the outside think. Our opinions are just that, opinions, and just like assholes, we all got them. So fuck what we think, right? Do what works best for you. We are on here to entertain, maybe educate, maybe give some advice, but at the end of the day, I'm going to walk away from this podcast and not think about it again and live my life, get at my money, and run my motherfucking businesses and be the best dad I could possibly be to my two beautiful daughters. Okay? Everything else, to me, is icing on the cake. Most people who know me know I am a people person. I love to watch human behavior. Okay? I love to see how people respond to certain triggers and other stimuli, and I get a kick out of that shit. I want motherfuckers to be emotional and passionate about whatever it is that they saying. But remember, your life is your own, and you're responsible for your own fucking happiness. And if you're out here and you ain't happy, it's totally your fucking fault. If you're miserable, it's your fault. If you're in a relationship that's bad, and like too much said, the motherfucker, you got to cook, clean, come home and do, that's your fault. Motherfucker only going to do what you allow them to do. Clearly, you ain't follow your own requirements before you got with a motherfucker, okay? With that being said, I want to wish everybody a great, blessed, beautiful, lovely night, okay? I'm wishing health, wealth, and prosperity on every single one of you motherfuckers in the comments, beyond, okay? I love y'all. Deandra, thank you for inviting me. V-Bell, super dope seeing you. I'm going to connect. I have some tax questions, but
yeah.
In the words of OG, dust is as dust does.
Oh my goodness. I love it.
Do you have any, Les? Do you have any?
I'm on what he on. Be blessed and be safe. And make that money.
I'm gonna do whatever makes you happy. If you want to date up, then date up. Find out what works for you. If you want to date somebody that's in your same, on your same level, date on your same level. You don't have to compromise if you don't want to compromise. And don't let nobody make you, don't let anybody convince you otherwise.
And make sure you ask the questions and take your time. Don't just be moving with anybody and stop putting everybody in your damn business. I want to say that, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like damn business. Hey, OG, how you doing?
Absolutely. But I mean,
did you just turn
everybody.
Red? Did you just turn red when he spoke to you?
All I said was, hey, OG, you finna start. This is why we ain't finna do this right now. I just said, hey, I ain't seen my friend in so long.
I'm not saying that you have to go get with the 1%ers or try to get with the 1%er, but if you want to be with somebody that provides and that's what you require, that's what you require. And don't let anybody convince you otherwise. And that's just it. Those are my last thoughts. Anything else, Vanessa?
No, ma'am.
Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I knew that this was going to be a heated topic, so that's why I picked it. Because I seen other people going off in the comments on TikTok. So I knew it was going to trigger everybody. So thank you guys for tuning in to Unlatched. Until next time, I'm your host, Deandra Cargill.
All right, y'all.
Welcome to the podcast that brings you raw, uncut, and unfiltered perspectives about life.
We need to have a conversation, all right?
We got to do better as a people.
Covering relationships, culture, music, and everything in between.
So that our stories in our communities can be heard.
This is Unlatched.
I got a little something for you.
And now your host, Deandra Cargill.